Would the Lakers starting lineup feature 3 superstars? You're watching NBA Now by Chat Sports, all things Lakers. I'm Hannah Kulik, aka Laker Han. Now today we are going to be discussing 5 potential starting lineups for the purple and gold next season. Now obviously the Lakers electrified the NBA and of course us Laker fans when they traded for Anthony Davis just a couple of weeks ago, but honestly, they still have a lot of work to be done. They essentially only have 3 players on their roster: LeBron James, Kyle Kuzma, and of course Anthony Davis. Now they do also have some young guys, Mo Wagner, Jemerrio Jones, and Isaac Bonga, but those guys are most likely going to be traded in order to create some more cap space. Now the Lakers will reportedly have about $23 to $32 million in cap space, and they are going to have to use that money to go out and sign some free agents and really fill their roster. Now there are obviously multiple ways the Lakers could go out and use that cap space, and there's a lot of different, mixed feelings on whether or not they should use all of that money and go pursue another top star, or if they should use that money and really create more depth to the roster, really fill out this roster with more role type of players and get more of those kind of second tier free agents. But regardless, the Lakers have a lot of work to do, and there really are 1,000,001 different possibilities to who could be in the Lakers starting 5 this upcoming season. But here are 5 potential starting lineups that we could see rocking the purple and gold this upcoming season. Starting with number 5, our number 5 option for the Lakers starting lineup this upcoming season features a starting lineup of Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma, LeBron James, Kemba Walker, and Terrence Ross. Now this team would obviously be extremely exciting for Laker fans and would definitely be a favorite to win the NBA championship. Kemba Walker is a player that has been tied to the Lakers recently. He is going to be a big free agent. A lot of people are kind of feeling that the Lakers should go out and pursue him or Kyrie Irving, so I guess you could also put Kyrie Irving in place of Kemba Walker in this starting lineup and it would still work. However, Kemba Walker is a player that would definitely be a big addition to this Lakers squad. Now, he was a 3rd-team All-NBA team last season. He was an All-Star, so he is able to make that super max 5-year contract with the Charlotte Hornets, so they can of course offer him more money than any other team would, which may be something, a little reason for him to stay back in Charlotte. But at the end of the day, we all know Kemba Walker is never going to be winning a championship with the Charlotte Hornets. So if he prioritizes winning more than he does with some extra cash, he may want to come and join the purple and gold. He's obviously one of the top point guards in the league. Last season for the Hornets, he averaged career highs at 26 points per game. He really is just kind of in his prime right now. Would be a great addition to this Lakers squad. Don't know necessarily if they are going to go out and be able to get him, but if they do, Kemba Walker would be an awesome fit. And then Terrence Ross is a player who has been mostly a reserve in his career, but last season he actually averaged 15 points per game and he shot really well. He shot about 38% from 3, and he's also a great free throw shooter, which as we all know is something that is very important because the Lakers kind of suck at making their free throws, or at least they have the last couple of years. He would be a nice pickup and a nice addition at that shooting guard spot for the purple and gold. So I'm curious, do you guys think though, because like I said, Kemba Walker and Kyrie Irving could kind of both, be intertwined in this lineup. They can kind of both be kind of interchanged here. Which player would you prefer to have on the purple and gold in this starting lineup? Would you rather have Kyrie Irving? If you would rather have Kyrie, type Kyrie down below, or would you rather have Kemba Walker? If you would, type Kemba down below. But let's move on to our number 4 option at starting lineup. But before we do so, I need to make sure that you guys are subscribed to Chat Sports here on YouTube, because you guys, the off season is just getting started. It is going to be unbelievably exciting. The Lakers have so much work to do. Honestly, anything can happen, and at any second anything can happen really. So make sure you are subscribed down below to the Chat Sports YouTube channel and also the new Lakers Chat Sports YouTube channel as well, so you don't miss a single second of this roller coaster ride of an off season. But let's move on to our number 4 starting lineup potentially for the Lakers this season. Coming in at number 4 today, we have a lineup that features Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma, LeBron James, JJ Redick, and Seth Curry. Now that would be an extremely high scoring starting five if you ask me, and a pretty exciting one. This is obviously a scenario in which the Lakers decide to use their cap space and go more towards filling out more depth and getting more role players instead of just signing for that third max free agent, that third star. But this would still be a very exciting team, guys. You know, Seth Curry is never gonna be his brother Steph, but he is still an excellent scorer, you guys. He was one of the best three-point shooters last season for the Portland Trail Blazers. He shot 45% from three. That's pretty darn lights out from three-point range. That's amazing. He also, you know, was a big part in that Portland Trailblazer team, especially in the playoffs. We really saw him step up and really be one of the key players to help Portland in their little playoff push. Now, he only made $2.5 million last season, but it probably will be, you know, that he will make a little bit more than that. But I bet you the Lakers could probably get him for around $4 million, which would be pretty much of a steal for a guy like Seth, someone who's that knockdown three-point shooter that the Lakers desperately could use. Now, pairing him up with another high-scoring, high-shooting three-point guy, JJ Redick. Now, JJ Redick is 35 years old, so he's kind of coming towards the end of his career, but he is still one of the league's best three-point shooters. He shot 40% from three last season. He was a big part in the 76ers, you know, success last season, especially in the playoffs as well. He's been a big part of that team. Now, JJ Redick is a guy who's been signing these kind of like 1 year big kind of max contracts, not max, but these big 1 year contracts. And it may be time now that he has, you know, made all that money, he's kind of coming towards the end of his career, he may be looking to come and play for Los Angeles again. He did play for the Clippers a while back. He was a big part of the Clippers' success, but maybe this time he would want to come and join the purple and gold and really finish out his career strong and contend for a championship. Now, the addition of JJ Redick and Seth Curry would really make for an exciting, high-scoring backcourt. So that would be something that I think would be a really exciting team to watch. Something that would still be a highly competitive team in the West. Of course, if the Lakers did decide to go more of the route of just creating more depth and really kind of filling out their roster without signing that max free agent. Let's go to number 3, but before we talk about our number 3 lineup, I have an extremely exciting announcement for you guys. This video, Lakers Report, is actually sponsored by the internet's #1 sportsbook, MyBookie, and they have given me an amazing promo code for all my Laker fans to use. So if you want to bet on your Lakers winning the 2020 NBA Championship, or bet on any Summer League games, or even your favorite MLB and NFL teams this season, make sure to go check out MyBookie and use my promo code GOLAKERS for a 100% deposit up to $300, guys. So going on MyBookie, so all you have to do is go to chatsports.com/Lakers, enter my promo code GOLAKERS to get a 100% deposit and make some serious money betting on your favorite sports team this season. But also, we are going to be doing some really exciting giveaways and promos coming up soon. So we're going to be giving away some Anthony Davis jerseys, some LeBron James jerseys. So if you have any questions about signing up for MyBookie or any questions on just how to get started, always feel free to message me as well on my Instagram and Twitter. My Instagram is @HannahRoseKulik and my Twitter is @Hannah_Kulik. Always feel free to message me with any questions you have, and I will also be doing a lot of promotions through my social media as well. So make sure you are following me so that you do not miss any of those exciting giveaways. But let's move on to our number 3 lineup today, because our number 3 possible starting lineup for the purple and gold is one that I'm really excited about, and it features Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma, LeBron James, Darren Collison, and Danny Green. Now, I know this wouldn't be, you know, getting Darren Collison and Danny Green are not the 2 biggest names in free agency, but in my opinion, I really believe that this could be the best fit for the Lakers in terms of depth. Now, this would be an exciting, high-scoring lineup, if you ask me. Now, obviously, Darren Collison is a guy that many NBA analysts, myself included, really do feel like could be the best fit for the Lakers and would really be the best pickup for them at that point guard spot. He's a Southern California native. He's had kind of an interesting career because he's bounced around. He's played for multiple teams, but he's really had a lot of success with every team that he's played for, both as a reserve and as a starter. Last season for the Indiana Pacers, he averaged 11.2 points per game, 6 assists. He also shot about 40% from 3, which is really good. He's a great playmaker. He's a speedy playmaker. He's a great passer. He's a good defender. He would be a great addition to this purple and gold squad. Now, pairing him up with a high-scoring, knockdown three-point shooter like Danny Green at that shooting guard position would be the perfect fit. You know, Danny Green is a guy that I, would have liked to see the Lakers. I would have loved to see the Lakers get, a couple years ago. I think he's the exact type of player that they really could need. Now, he's won championships in San Antonio. He won a championship this past season with the Toronto Raptors, and maybe he would want to come and continue winning those championships and those titles with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, a big part of Danny Green's decision, though, is going to come down to the fact of what Kawhi Leonard decides. If Kawhi Leonard decides to stay in Toronto, then most likely Danny Green will probably stay there as well. But if Kawhi decides to leave and go to the Clippers or any other team that is reportedly, of interest to him, Danny Green probably most likely will leave Toronto as well. And I think the Lakers actually have a decent chance of signing him. Reportedly, Danny Green has some interest in joining the purple and gold. This is a lineup that if the Lakers go more towards filling the roster with more role players and depth, this would be the ideal situation in my opinion, and I think this lineup could go extremely far and contend for a championship. But I'm curious, do you think a lineup that features Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma, LeBron James, Danny Green, and Darren Collison can win the NBA championship next season? If you do, type Y down below. If not, type N down below. I personally really do think so. I think this would be extremely exciting lineup, and honestly, I know a lot of people may think I'm crazy, but this actually might be my favorite lineup going forward for the purple and gold next season. But we still have 2 more lineups to talk about. But before we do, I want to take a quick second to make sure that you guys are all following me on Instagram and Twitter. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of fun giveaways soon on my Instagram and my Twitter. So whether or not you just want to keep up with all things Lakers, keep up with the giveaways and the promotions that I'm going to be doing soon, or if you also want to just look to get in shape this summer, I also love to post workout videos and fitness tips on my Instagram as well. So make sure to give me a follow on Twitter at Hannah_Kulik and on Instagram at Hannah Rose Kulik. All right, we have to talk about 2 more lineups that could potentially be the starting 5 for the purple and gold next season. Our number 2 option at that starting 5 features a lineup of Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Kyle Kuzma, Bojan Bogdanovic, that'll be a fun name to say all season if it happens, and Patrick Beverley. Now, Bojan Bogdanovic would really fit all of the Lakers' needs, and he would really be a great acquisition to this team. Last season for the Indiana Pacers, he averaged career highs 18 points per game while also shooting almost 43% from 3. He really did carry the Indiana Pacers when Victor Oladipo suffered that season-ending injury, and he would require somewhat of a hefty contract, but not quite the max contract. He would be a great pickup for the purple and gold, paired with a guy like Patrick Beverley, who is still one of the league's best point guard defenders. Honestly, if not just one of the best defenders in the league, he is a tenacious defender. He was a big part of the Clippers' success last season, and he is going to demand a little bit of a bigger salary this season. Reportedly, he may make as much as $15 million, but if he's willing to come down from that a little bit, the Lakers may be willing to bring him on. And the acquisition of, Patrick Beverley and Bojan would really complement each other well. Obviously, Patrick Beverley is not known for being much of a scorer and a shooter, but he did connect on 40% of his three-point shots last season, which is really, really good. But if we have a guy like, Bojan in that starting lineup, and also a lineup that obviously has Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma, and LeBron, we wouldn't need Patrick Beverley to go out and be this high scorer. We could have him be more of that playmaker and really focus on the defensive end, which obviously, as we all know, he is pretty darn good with. So this lineup would be another great option for the Lakers if they decide to go more of the route of not pursuing a free agent and more so towards creating more depth on this roster. But let's talk about our number 1 spot today, because our number 1 option at our starting 5 for the purple and gold next season is one that probably gets a lot of fans extremely excited, myself included, of course. Now, our number 1 possible starting lineup for the Lakers next season features an exciting starting 5 of Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma, LeBron James, Jimmy Butler, and then Rajon Rondo. Now, this would obviously be a starting five that would feature if the Lakers would go out and try to pursue another max free agent. In this case, it's Jimmy Butler, but again, we could also say that this could be a possibility for Kyrie Irving. But let's say the Lakers go and try to pursue Jimmy Butler, which I think obviously if they think they can get him, they definitely will go out and pursue. Jimmy Butler is obviously one of the best shooting guards in the league. He's a great two-way player. He's a great wing defender, a great three-point shooter, a great scorer in general. He would be an amazing acquisition to this team. The idea of Jimmy Butler teaming up with LeBron James and Anthony Davis easily makes the Lakers the top team next season and really the team to beat in terms of winning that NBA championship. Last season for the 76ers, Jimmy Butler averaged about 18 points per game, which actually was a little bit lower than he had previously averaged back when he played in Minnesota and with the Chicago Bulls, but he was still the 76ers' best player in the playoffs. We really saw him kind of step back up into his superstar ways during their playoff stretch of games, and he would obviously be a perfect fit for this Lakers squad. Now, if the Lakers do go out and decide to pursue another max free agent like Butler or Kyrie Irving, or even like Kemba Walker, like how we discussed in the first starting lineup here, that would mean that they would then need to fill the roster with guys who would be more of that veteran minimum salary guys who are maybe coming to the end of their career, want to come play and contend for a championship and really just take that veteran minimum salary. And Rajon Rondo could fit that bill, and he would actually be a really good guy to have on this team that features Anthony Davis and LeBron James, because he is played with both Anthony Davis and LeBron James. He played with AD back in New Orleans a couple of years ago, and then of course he played with LeBron last season, so he already knows those two guys. He knows their games already. He knows where they like to be on the court. Now, Rondo's obviously a very good player. He's not at the height of his career like he once was, but he's still an okay scorer. He's still a great playmaker and a great passer. He's a little bit of a defensive liability, but at the end of the day would still be a nice addition at that point guard spot, of course, if the Lakers do decide to go out and pursue another max free agent. Now, I think Rajon Rondo would be more inclined to possibly taking that veteran minimum because his stock has gone down a lot recently. You know, last season we really saw him suffer a season, you know, that was just really filled with a lot of injuries. He was also suspended in the beginning of this season. He probably is not going to be getting that many offers, and especially not that many offers that are going to be wanting to pay him that much money. So he may say, you know what, this is a good chance to just come back. I already live in LA. I'm going to return to the Lakers and go contend for a championship. But I don't know about you guys. The thought of having Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James all in the same starting lineup, really just having the Lakers really have like three guys who are top 10 NBA players, is something that is so exciting to me. I'm not sure if it is going to happen, but you know what? It is definitely a possibility, guys, and we are just going to have to wait and see. Like I said at the beginning of this video, there are 1,000,001 different ways that this free agency can all plan out, and there really are 1,000,001 different ways that these starting lineups could look like once we get towards the beginning of this season. But I'm curious, out of all of these starting 5 lineups that I mentioned, which one is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a double thumbs up if you did like it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Chat Sports here on YouTube and the new Chat Sports Lakers YouTube channel as well. And until next time, Laker Hand is out. Bye, guys.